As we get set for football on the lakeside here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Now the NFL's third leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, you're...
Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Browns nothing.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught, Cooper. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. A give running right is Chubb. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Browns had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. David Bell, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November,
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Purdy. They'll roll him out right. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. He's going to try and do this himself. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the 49ers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Now it's Watson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
2nd and 2 at the Browns 2-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Now Watson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll look to throw here. He's got the connection to Cooper. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Pushing his way through.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when they decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns 1st down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Touchdown, 49ers! Christian McCaffrey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
35. Browns nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Faking the give, now Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait until the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handed out.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Well, following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
They'll take over at 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing on second and long. Purdy. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now third down and very long. Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
39-yard line.
A final shot before the break. Watson. This complete to David Bell. And he's brought down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. A very interesting call, and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Debo going in motion left. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. 20. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 44 yards. And the Niners have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point, and it is 42-0.
42. Browns nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Forced out to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 75. And the 49ers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
To throw on second is Watson. And my goodness, another interception. It's Jair Brown who's got it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And some room to roll now. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's aiming to take this down to the 25-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Here we go.
Samuel going to go in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
They run the option on second down. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk. his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
56. Browns nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
First thing.
Watson looks to throw again. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Great 15-yard effort on the ground there on 3rd down to keep the drive going. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Watson going to try and run it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Okay, ready?
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Check go.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Ready?
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Hit and drop behind the line by Shelby Harris. And that play there, boy, almost looked like it was a video game and he didn't know what the pitch button was. Not very well executed.
Yeah, and if you don't know what it is, you better figure it out fast. I suggest knowing it before you actually run that play.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Check it. Let's go.
Here's Samuel. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Watson on first down. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And the 49ers are going to take possession here.